What's Barnacle looks so confused?
We're going to explain. He's like a cat playing with a ball of yarn.
Yeah, well,
no idea what he's looking at.
Doesn't work with polyester, Mike. He just won't work for you.
We're going to explain what that ball of yarn is in a second. Here with us, renowned musician, producer, fashion designer Pharrell Williams, and also fashion executive Tyson Toussant. Together, they've teamed up to form the eco-friendly company Returns Textiles, whose special Bionic yarn technology has the potential to dramatically impact the fashion industry and the environmental movement. Guys, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Tyson, let's start with it. What is this yarn that you've created?
My Mike's very confused. What is that?
Well, this is our patented process where we use recycled bottle fibers into yarn to make everything from clothing to furniture, upholstery, and so on.
So what's the process? How do you get from this plastic bottle that we've got on our set to clothing?
Well, the bottles are taken and recycled into machines or bins and then turned into chips. And from chips, they're turned into fibers. And from fibers, we weave them into our yarn process.
Pharrell, what can this do for not just the fashion industry, but for the environmental movement? Why is this so important?
Because it's sustainability, which our government is really excited about, and they're very rewarding to that point as well. Like for us, we're just saying, instead of creating more polyester to include in like the polyester count and like your clothes right there, we could just.
Are you wearing polyester?
Never, Pharrell. Come on, man.
Well,
he actually takes everything.
There's a blend.
Car with that.
Yeah, there's a blend. I'm saying that's why I said polyester count.
Fiber.
Sorry.
Yeah, right.
Just kidding.
Okay.
Just kidding.
No. His polyester counts 100%. But anyway, go ahead.
So we're just thinking like instead of creating a bigger carbon footprint, like you could actually sustain by recycling. And it's a cool movement, and we're ambitious. We don't want to just be simply in just fashion as you know it, and as we know it, but we want to go into the armed services, the armed forces.
That's great. Well, you're already. I mean, your footprint's expanded. Timberland, Topshop, Cole Haan. You've got already, or a lot of people are using this.
When I take my Poland Spring bottle, and throw it
in the middle of the street, right?
Toss it out the window, the car window. When I go through rich people's neighborhoods, I love to do that.
Yeah, whatever.
What I am losing, or you're losing, is the ability to turn this plastic bottle into this yarn.
Yes.
Yeah.
How does that work?
That was a commercial in itself.
That was a commercial. I'm just an old guy. I get confused easily. But what's happening here? That's
how does this work?
I'd say the liquid form of the chemical that makes the plastic bottle and that ends up in a yarn are the same polymer. So when you melt it back down, you can repurpose it into fiber again.
So what's the interest on a larger scale? Have you spoken to designers and different kinds of people who say, yeah, we'll take a look at this, or at least introduce it into some of our lines?
Yeah, I mean, the interest is a practical way to be resourceful right now. Everyone drinks bottled water, has bottled packaging, so this is a good way to get it into yarn.
And Pharrell should know about this, by the way. 2005, best dressed in the world.
Really?
It's Esquire magazine, I want to say. He doesn't even know.
Yeah.
He's so cool, he doesn't even know when he's
No, I know, but I mean, what am I supposed to say? Sure.
I'm saying, from what you speak here.
Yeah, sure. I mean, when they brought the process to me, I was in such disbelief. I mean, this is a collaboration we did with Gap right here.
Yeah.
I don't want to rattle the mics and have the producers get upset, but this T-shirt and that's under this, and also this hoodie. It's 12 bottles for the hoodie, 4 for the tee. I think we make jeans 7 bottles, right? Takes 7 bottles.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, and again, just so everybody out there in online and TV land, we're not saying to you that simply, give us a bunch of bottles and we're going to make you some Levi's. What we're saying is that you can effectively blend our process in with whatever way that they make their clothes or their textiles to, sustain. It's super exciting. I mean, for me, I couldn't believe it because it's just, I don't know. It's
what got you going in this?
Soft.
What
it is.
Wow.
You never know the difference.
Why did you get into this? What got you moved to do this?
Well, because to be honest with you, like, as a musician, we have to live a certain lifestyle just by virtue of just being in our business. So we travel a lot, and it's very easy for someone to look at, you know, your scorecard and go, well, you know what, you're up in the air quite a lot.
Yeah.
And actually, when we did, I worked with the Live Earth guys right around 2005 or 2006 or whatever, and Rush Limbaugh gave me the hardest time. Because, you know, it was like my first time really stepping into that world, saying, and that was me just trying to be like, you know, culturally and socially responsible,
right,
to say, you know what, okay, yes, I know I'm a musician, I know I travel a lot, I know there's tons of things that I'm doing that's adding to the sickness of the planet, so let me do something that makes a balance. So when I tried to do that, he kind of said, you know, here's a guy that, you know, he talks, it's like, here's a guy that, you know, travels and, you know, has probably landed his plane on top of this place, and he's talking about, like, you know, the earth. Right. So I needed to find something that was legitimate, that I could do, that I believed in, that I could just come back and say, okay,
You'd probably need a computer to figure out how many bottles it would take to make Rush.
Oh, just stop it, Barnett. When loving will be so much easier.
We got to clear one thing up.
No, he's going into space.
No.
He's a nerd. He's a nerd. He loves Star Trek.
I'm just being honest with you. As much as I love space, I love the Discovery Channel.
Yeah.
And, I watch it.
And you love Star Trek.
But
I love Star Trek.
Well, what we're talking about is there's a report online that you'd accepted an offer to fly Virgin Galactic into outer space in a couple years with Richard Branson. Not true?
I would take the ticket and frame it, and I'll continue watching the launches like everyone else.
Ask him to put in Bionic yarn seats too.
Now I might go.
There you go. Now you got something.
Always a connection.
Guys, great work. Thanks so much for bringing it to us. Really
Thanks, guys.
stuff.
Appreciate
Pharrell and Tyson.